In this video, we will be looking at why INFJs are often described as irresistible. INFJs have emotional intelligence. INFJs tend to read between the lines with almost uncanny precision. They intuit feelings and motivations that aren't spoken aloud and often respond in ways that make others feel deeply understood. This ability to get people without requiring much explanation can be disarming, even magnetic. It fosters a feeling of intimacy and safety, as though the INFJ is a sanctuary from a world that often misunderstands or overlooks emotional nuance. Their empathy isn't shallow, it's lived and felt deeply. INFJs are compassionate listeners and often absorb the emotional atmosphere around them. This makes them incredibly supportive and nurturing partners and friends, often knowing exactly what someone needs to hear, or when silence and presence are more powerful than words. The genuine care INFJs give isn't transactional or attention-seeking. It's rooted in a sincere desire to help others heal and grow. INFJs also exude a kind of quiet confidence. They rarely demand a spotlight, but their calm presence and thoughtful contributions often command it anyway. Their introspective nature gives them a sense of purpose and conviction that doesn't waver easily, which can be incredibly attractive to people seeking depth in an increasingly superficial world. They're not ones for idle chatter or hollow flattery. When an INFJ speaks, it's usually meaningful, and when they commit to something or someone, they do so wholeheartedly. Their strong idealism paired with realism also plays a huge role in why INFJs are often described as irresistible. INFJs dream big and often hold utopian visions for how the world or their relationships could be, but they also understand that change and connection take work. This blend makes them both visionary and grounded, someone you can dream with, but who will also walk with you through the messy parts of life. People are drawn to this balance, someone who both inspires and supports, who challenges and uplifts. There's also a creative spark to INFJs that's hard to miss. Whether through writing, art, music, or even conversation, many INFJs are deeply expressive and imaginative. They often see beauty in places others overlook, and they help others rediscover the wonder in their own lives. Their aesthetic sensibilities and reflective souls often translate into a distinct personal style, whether in their appearance, the way they communicate, or the way they live. This uniqueness contributes to the almost hypnotic effect they can have on others. One of the most captivating qualities of INFJs is the contrast they embody: deep sensitivity housed in an often calm, composed exterior. This duality creates a subtle tension that intrigues others. They appear reserved, even mysterious at first, but as one draws closer, they reveal a world of depth, insight, and passion. People often feel that being close to an INFJ is like discovering a secret garden, hidden, beautiful, and profoundly peaceful. That sense of discovery is enchanting, especially in a time when so many interactions feel predictable and superficial. INFJs love with intensity, but that intensity is not always loud or flamboyant. Instead, it manifests through careful attention, quiet gestures, and an unwavering emotional loyalty. When they care about someone, they remember the smallest details, anticipate needs before they're spoken, and are often willing to sacrifice their own comfort to ensure the happiness of those they love. This kind of devotion is rare, and its quiet constancy creates a sense of emotional security that is deeply attractive. People feel safe opening up to INFJs because there is no judgment, only gentle understanding and unconditional support. There's also the matter of their mind. INFJs are complex thinkers, often weaving abstract ideas, emotional truths, and philosophical questions into daily conversation. They tend to think several layers beneath the surface, questioning assumptions, analyzing motivations, and seeking meaning in everything they encounter. Engaging with them intellectually can feel like stepping into another dimension, one where conversation has purpose and where being understood goes far beyond words. This ability to elevate dialogue and forge soulful connections turns even simple moments into something profound. INFJs are also known for their deep authenticity. They rarely conform to trends or who try to be someone they're not. In a culture that often rewards masks and curated personas, INFJs are strikingly genuine. They move through the world aligned with their values, even when it means standing alone. That kind of self-possession, living by principle rather than popularity, carries a quiet power. It's attractive not only because it's rare, but because it subconsciously invites others to drop their own masks, too. People don't just fall for INFJs. They often feel inspired to become more of who they truly are around them. INFJs also possess an inner melancholy that, paradoxically, enhances their allure. It's not sadness in the conventional sense, but a kind of soulful depth born from seeing and feeling so much. There's something hauntingly beautiful about the way they carry the weight of the world, not as martyrs, but as quiet witnesses to its pain and beauty. That emotional gravity draws people in, creating a sense that the INFJ understands life on a deeper, more poetic frequency. And then there's their resilience. Despite being sensitive and deeply feeling, INFJs are incredibly strong. They endure silently, often carrying emotional burdens without complaint. They love hard, hope deeply, and persevere through heartbreak, rejection, and disappointment without losing their compassion. That strength, when combined with tenderness, creates an almost sacred kind of attraction. People see not just someone who cares, but someone who can hold space for them. Someone who won't break when things get hard, but will instead become even more present. INFJs are irresistible not because they demand attention, but because they offer something few others can: the feeling of being truly known. In their presence, people often experience what it's like to be seen not for what they show the world, but for who they truly are underneath.